What's up guys, Jack here, I'm at Tech Videos, and while I'm working on my review for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, I thought we could take a look at Anker's newest MagSafe battery, the MagGo 10K Slim. This is their slimmest wireless battery yet. We'll go over the specs and features, and I'll do some comparisons with the last version with the different features if you're trying to decide between them, as well as with Apple's own MagSafe battery, which they actually discontinued last year and they never updated this to USB-C. So I think this new one from Anker could be a great alternative. Links are in the description if you want to check this out. Anker did send this to me, but this is not a sponsored video. These are all of my own thoughts and opinions. But you guys know that I have bought a lot of their wireless batteries before. They're some of my favorite MagSafe accessories. So let's get this unboxed. So on top, we've got the MagGo 10K Slim. And under here, we've got a USB-C to USB-C cable that is 60 centimeters. And the usual documentation with the user guide. Quick look at the cable. USB-C on both ends, and I am loving USB-C Live. It is just so much more convenient to have one cable that just works with all your tech. And now the MagGo. This is the white version. I do really like this matte white finish we've got. It does come in a few colors. It also comes in black, green, and I did see that they have a pink one, but I only saw that on the US website, so maybe that's only in America at the moment. We've got the Qi2 branding, which I'll get into that in a sec. Around the outside, we've got this metal band running all the way around, and this like chamfered edge for a nice like shiny look. And this metal, it does actually work quite well with the titanium look of the latest iPhones, the 15 and 16 Pros. This is the natural titanium, just for some comparison. We have a USB-C port on the bottom with some LED lights for battery status, along with a power button on the side, and this actually does have a few different functions which we'll get into. Just to compare with the last version of the MagGo, the Slim is smaller overall, but it actually has the same 10K capacity. It is half a centimeter thinner, so easier to carry in like a bag or a pocket, and Anker actually says that it's their thinnest wireless power bank yet. The previous MagGo had this smart display which showed various different charging stats. On the Slim we get these LED lights, and there's no kickstand on the back. But it does feel just a little bit lighter overall, so I do have my scales here. These are kitchen scales, so probably not the most accurate, but they'll do for now. The thicker MagGo comes in at 254 grams, and the new Slim at 207, so roughly 50 grams lighter. And to compare with Apple's discontinued MagSafe battery, which I'm sure some of you are still using, this is just 1.09 centimeters thin versus 1.47 on the Slim. And the MagSafe is also lighter at 114 grams. But the Slim does come with a much bigger battery. On the MagSafe, we have two 1,460 mAh batteries, and on the Slim, it has two 5,000 mAh batteries, totaling 10K. So if you are switching from like an iPhone 14 or older to one of the new iPhone 16s, then you might find the Slim to be more useful, as now these will both have a USB-C port, so you can finally ditch that lightning cable. And with the Anker, you can also charge out from that C port to much more devices. You can't do that with the lightning port on the MagSafe. Specs-wise, the two MagGos have the same total capacity at 10,000 mAh. The Slim has the same Qi2 wireless charging, which is twice as fast as the original Qi if you've got like any older wireless power banks, as well as twice as fast as Apple's MagSafe battery, and these both charge up to 15 watts when used wirelessly. And with that comes MagSafe compatibility. So Apple basically shared the MagSafe design with the Qi people, the wireless consortium. So that means that this has a ring of magnets built in for alignment, so these are compatible with any MagSafe iPhone, that is an iPhone 12 or newer, excluding the current iPhone SE. And this will also charge wirelessly through a MagSafe case. And it will also charge your AirPods if you've got some with a wireless charge case. But it won't work with an Apple Watch if you're wondering, because Apple has lock that down. They don't let that work with Qi Wireless, which I was hoping would change with the Series 10, but here we are. But the cool thing about MagSafe is it just sticks to the back of your phone, aligns itself with the charging coils for a more efficient wireless charge. You get the special MagSafe charging animation, and it auto starts charging. If you like this wallpaper, by the way, it's from my new Chromatic 1 pack. I will link to it in the description. It is full of like bright, vivid colors with nice gradients, and you guys can use code Chromatic30 to get 30% off. And if you do use them, then tag me in it on social media, or use hashtag JCKRGB wallpapers so I can see it and give you guys a thumbs up and a like. Now with the side button, this does have a few functions. So pressing once displays the battery level and it also activates wireless charging. Holding it down for 2 seconds turns off the lights and the wireless charge feature. So if you want to have this stuck to the back of your phone but you don't want it to charge, you can just turn it off. And holding for 5 seconds disables the instant connect feature, so it won't automatically start charging when you put this on the back of your phone. Now, as this does have the same capacity as the last MagGo, I am expecting it to perform pretty much the same way. Anker does have some stats. They say that this charges an iPhone 15 from 0 to 30% in 26 minutes, or 0 to 50% in 41 minutes. I'll do a test for you guys after this and put it on screen. Bear in mind, this is the new 16 Pro Max, which has a larger battery than last year. So I am expecting it to take a little bit longer to reach the same numbers. In terms of the number of charges you'll get, there are a few things you need to know. So just because a battery has a 10,000 mAh capacity, that doesn't actually mean that you'll get 10,000 mAh of charge out of it to your phone. That's because power banks and tech have different batteries that use different volts and amps, but also because wireless charging is just not as efficient as wired. And in fact, Anker says that this is around 35 to 45% less efficient than wired charging. There'll always be some power loss, as that is just the physics of it, and you'll experience that more through wireless charging, and that is why you'll often feel your phone feels warmer when you charge it wirelessly versus when you use a wire. So with that in mind, Anker says you'll get around 1.87 charges with an iPhone 15, 1.84 on a 15 Pro, and 1.41 on a 15 Pro Max. And all of the iPhone 16s have bigger batteries this year, so those numbers will be slightly smaller if you are using this with an iPhone 16. But what's really great is because it has that USB-C port, you can also use it as a wired power bank for a more efficient charge. And this has a 30-watt input and output port, and that will get your iPhone 15 Pro from 0 to 50% in 23 minutes. And I'll test the 16 Pro Max and put that on screen for you as well. And with 30 watts of input, it will take around 2.5 hours to recharge this, which is faster than the last MagGo, as this was only 20 watts of input, so this took about like 4 hours to recharge, so much faster recharging on the new Slim. And the other great thing is if you plug the MagGo in to recharge and put your iPhone on top, then you can recharge both at the same time and use it as a wireless charger. The MagGo 10K came in at £90 or dollars, with the new Slim at £70 or $75. So around 20 quid cheaper. With that, you get a slimmer design, but the same 10K capacity. There is no smart display, but you do get a slightly faster USB-C port, which is 30 watts of input now, up from 20. And versus the MagSafe battery, you get a much larger capacity, so more charges, and USB-C for unified ports across your devices if you've recently upgraded. For me though, I do actually still prefer the last MagGo, as I do really like having the smart display so you can see all the charging stats, and I really like that kickstand as you can charge your phone while you're like watching some TV or watching a film. But I do really like the slim profile on the new version, so this I'm going to carry in like my sling when I just want to sort of travel a bit lighter. And I also really like that it has that faster USB-C port, so that's going to be faster to recharge. Let me know which one you'd go for down in the comments. I will link to some of my other Anker reviews down in the description. They just released this awesome 250 watt charger, which can charge up to 6 devices at once, and it's great for your desk setup. Hit the like button if the video helped you out. Get subscribed to see my 16 Pro Max review that is coming soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.